Have you ever thought Children's Day could be a day of joy? But on this day, something terrifying happened that will haunt you forever. It all started as a normal, cheerful day at the old community center, a place filled with laughter and the innocent excitement of children. This year, for Children's Day, the village decided to throw a big party. Balloons were hung, tables were laden with sweets, and music echoed through the halls. The kids were running around, playing tag and hide-and-seek among the dusty corridors and forgotten rooms of the decades-old building. But as the sun began to set, casting long, eerie shadows across the playground, a sense of unease started to creep in. A few of the older kids, trying to spook the younger ones, started telling ghost stories. They gathered in a circle in the dimly lit library, their faces illuminated by a single flickering lamp. They whispered tales of a little girl named Lily, who had vanished from this very building many years ago on Children's Day. They said she never left, that her spirit still wandered the halls, forever searching for playmates. Most of the kids laughed it off, but a few, like a quiet boy named Sam, felt a chill that had nothing to do with the evening air. Sam was playing hide-and-seek when he decided to hide in an old, unused classroom at the end of a long hallway. The door creaked open, revealing a room covered in a thick layer of dust. Desks and chairs were arranged as if class had just been dismissed moments ago, but everything was frozen in time. As he ducked behind the teacher's desk, he heard a soft giggle. It wasn't from the other kids. It was faint, echoing, and seemed to come from right inside the room. It peeked out. The room was empty. But then, he saw it. On the dusty blackboard, a single word was slowly being written by an unseen hand. Play. Sam's heart hammered in his chest. He scrambled out of the room, not daring to look back, and ran to find his friends. He tried to tell them what he saw, but they just laughed, calling him a scare. Dejected, Sam tried to forget about it, joining a game of tag outside as darkness fully enveloped the grounds. But he couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Every time he glanced towards the old classroom window, he thought he saw a small, pale face looking back at him. The party was winding down, and parents started to arrive to pick up their kids. It was during this final head count that the organizers realized someone was missing. It was a little girl named Maya. Panic began to set in. The adults started searching, their calls for Maya echoing through the now silent building. They checked every room, every closet, every dark corner. Sam's blood ran cold. He knew where she must be. Trembling, he led a group of adults to the old classroom at the end of the hall. The door was slightly ajar. As they pushed it open, the beam of a flashlight cut through the darkness. The room was still and empty, dust motes dancing in the light. But the blackboard was different. Underneath the word play, another message had appeared, scrawled in what looked like childish handwriting. Found a friend. And there, sitting in a small chair in the corner of the room, was Maya. She was facing away from them, humming a simple, haunting tune. A wave of relief washed over the adults. "Maya," her mother cried, rushing forward. "You scared us half to death." But as her mother reached her, Maya slowly turned around. Her eyes were wide and eerily vacant, and a strange, fixed smile was plastered on her face. She wasn't holding her favorite teddy bear anymore. Instead, she clutched a dusty, old-fashioned doll with button eyes and a faded dress. "We were just playing," Maya said, her voice sounding distant and hollow, not like her own at all. She giggled, the same faint, echoing giggle Sam had heard earlier. "Lily doesn't want me to leave. She wants to play forever." As she spoke, the doll's head slowly tilted to one side, its button eyes seeming to stare right into their souls. The lights in the hallway flickered violently and then went out, plunging them into complete darkness. A child's laughter echoed all around them, cold and without joy. They say Maya was never quite the same after that night. She became quiet and withdrawn, often found talking to herself, or rather, to the old doll she refused to part with. The community center was closed down for good, left to rot. But sometimes, on the night of Children's Day, if you dare to walk past the abandoned building, you can still hear it. The faint sound of a child's laughter and a soft, whispered invitation. "Do you want to play?" The question is, does Lily ever really let her playmates go, or is she just waiting for her next friend to join the game?